Dani.
This is Lauren.
Welcome to the Butterfly Effect podcast.
We are two wellbeing besties here to have a little chit chat about the nitty gritty shitty of healing, all things wellbeing and what it's like being a young female entrepreneur just doing their best and figuring it out as they go.
Through this, we are on a quest to encourage and inspire women to spread their wings to grow, transform and heal.
Be sure to like and follow the Butterfly Effect podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes will be dropping every Wellness Wednesday.
And you can also follow us at butterflyeffect.pod on Instagram. Send us your questions, send us your stories. We can't wait to get to know you.
Let's get chatting.
Okay, right, it's recording.
Amazing. Hello guys, welcome. Lauren's just getting comfy, setting herself up for greatness.
That's how we've got to do. That's how we roll. Always set yourself up for greatness, honey.
How lovely. Welcome guys.
There you go. Hi, honey. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
I feel groovy.
I feel like this has been brewing for such a long time.
It really has. It really has. We've had so many conversations, and I think actually about a year ago we probably joked about setting up a little something and just getting cozy and having some chats.
Literally that, we've just got a lot to say.
Yeah, we do.
We've got so much to say, and
So
we're
much
really
to say.
hoping for everything just to be touched upon in every way, because we just have a lot of knowledge and we've gained a lot in the last few years between us, haven't we?
Yeah, we've learned a lot from each other as well, which I think is really lovely. Like, we definitely inspire each other. Like, you've inspired me no end.
That's lovely, and same for you, honey. I wouldn't be able to do this, recording, making a podcast. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even speak one-to-one at one point.
I know.
So, yeah, confidence-wise, but we'll touch on that. We've got loads to deeply dive into.
Absolutely, we're going to have lots of different episodes focusing on many a different thing. But today, we just want to do a little intro, talk about why the butterfly effect, why this has come to be as it is now. And I think it's safe to say that butterflies have just become a bit of a symbol for us.
Oh my god, such a sign. You know what I'm like for a sign. Anytime I see a butterfly, it's in our chat, isn't it? Like,
it really
Lauren,
is.
look at this. Like, the other day there was a Facebook post.
Yeah.
Someone had been to a festival and I was like, look, bottom left. There's someone dressed as a butterfly. It's a sign.
But they do always seem to come up at like random moments. And I think you said it the other day, like whenever you see a butterfly, it kind of feels like a little hug in the moment. And it feels just like a little note of reassurance, like whatever you're doing.
Nod, isn't it? Like, hell yeah, girl, you're doing it, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the butterfly symbol probably came around for us about a year ago. I think we'd already been collaborating on a few events together about a year ago. And then something pretty big happened in my life. And you were there on scene
sounds like a crime.
I know, well, pretty much.
It was criminal.
It's a criminal. I was a victim. No, that's a bit dramatic, isn't it? But no, you were very much on hand, and I will never forget this. And we'll talk about what happened in more depth, I suppose, a little bit later on. But I think one of the main reasons as to why a butterfly has become a big symbol for us is that when I was going through a really tough time, I was, struggling with all the feels, trying to figure out my next moves.
A while ago now.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. But this girl right here shows up outside my flat with a lovely little care package filled with, it had like Palo Santo, had some sage in it, herbal teas, and then the key thing in there was an affirmation card. On that affirmation card was a symbol of a butterfly and the affirmation underneath saying, I respect my values with pride.
Yes.
That affirmation card has been pinned up in my bathroom ever since. Then, to cut a long story short, I decided I was going to get a tattoo.
So basically, I'm with you forever.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm on your arm.
Basically, I've got that butterfly tattooed on my arm, and I didn't tell you about it, did I? I just sent you a picture with the affirmation
like this,
next
I remember.
to it. And I was like, look what I did.
Showed up. Yeah, it's so cute.
Very, very
so,
cute.
So sweet.
So, that is the butterfly effect. And it's kind of like how
the name came about for us, I think, because when we were in chats about what name should we go for, firstly we'd always thought at some point we are going to come together and almost like a rebrand, but collectively for things like our retreats, our collective events. So maybe this is just the first little stepping stone for that.
Yeah.
But we'd...
Oh yeah, and you said it's like the two wings coming together, like we each bring, and like in a butterfly wing there's these different segments. and it's how those segments come together, those patterns come together.
What are those things called again?
the,
Not tentacles.
the antennas.
Antennas!
You kept calling them tentacles, but they are antennas.
Like their antennas are basically like one half of me, one half of you.
Yeah.
Both on our little quest to find and navigate our way through.
Yes.
And then when we come together in like complete unison, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we're able to flap about.
Yeah, we're just flapping about. But also, like, it's that fluttering of wings that creates that ripple effect. It's like this vibrational effect outwards. So all the learning that we've done, all the lessons that we have learned and are continuing to learn, just continue to ripple outwards.
Yeah, especially obviously working so close with one-to-one clients in group sessions, you naturally gravitate towards helping people within your own experiences. What has really helped you along the way, you're then able to share.
Absolutely.
And it's just lovely. That's what a butterfly does for us.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chippy's just here. If anyone hears like a chew noise, it's because he's ripping a toy to bits. But I'm like, do you know what, hun? You're quiet.
He's distracted. He's
fine.
Cool, calm, and collected. It's all fine.
He's all good.
He's got fluff on his nose, but that's okay.
I see that. But yeah, basically, we just really want this pod to be like just a little energetic hug for people sometimes. You know,
that's a beautiful way to phrase it. I love that. It's like a energetical hug, spiritual hug. For when you need it most. You know, when you need like a girl chat, you just need to chat to your girls and just maybe vocalise something, get something out there, and you know it's not going to be received in a particular way, it's not going to be judged, it's not going to be ridiculed. It's that type of conversation where you can just say what's on your mind and, you know, be heard, be seen. And I think we've done that a lot for each other.
Oh, 100%.
And yeah, and it's just showing that it's just this beautiful
sense of ease.
Yeah.
It's a very exciting time.
Very exciting. So there's a couple of things we're going to be talking about in this podcast.
We've got coming up so much. As we mentioned, Lauren and I have both been on our healing journeys. I've always been a little spiritual being and very well connected to so much that very fortunately I am able to incorporate into my day-to-day life in work as well. But when it's almost like a bit of a mirror and you're having to do the self-work, there's a lot that goes into it. And this is we're going to have an episode called The Nitty, Shitty, Gritty of Healing. I'm really looking forward to this because there are moments when you just do not think you're going to get through.
Yes.
You're like, how on earth am I going to work my way through this? Where am I navigating next? But just being open and honest about it, and actually everyone's on a bit of a healing journey, and there's actually so much healing that needs to be done in the world.
100%.
Right?
100%.
I say this all the time. So I really look forward to that episode.
But also, I think it would be good to tell the people where we're coming from as well, because you are obviously massage therapist first and foremost, but you're also Reiki attuned.
Reiki attuned.
So you're very spiritually aligned, energetically aware. And then myself, I am your humble yoga teacher that just likes to encourage people to take up space, not only on the mat, not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, just allowing everything to take up space in a way that makes the most sense to you. So we're very good at holding space for other people. We're very good at holding space for each other. But I suppose what you're referring to in that nitty-gritty shitty of healing, it's the learning of how you can hold space for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's where it gets really tough, really interesting. And I think that's where the most lessons are learned. That's where the greatest shifts are. And I suppose we are here in a way to kind of navigate that, help people navigate.
And I think sharing our well-being journeys, we are quite open little souls, and over time it's the confidence that has brought that. So certainly for me, I think having the confidence to share stuff like that, because some bits are a bit deep and dark. Like you have to really go through it to know that you're coming out the other end. There's going to be a positive outcome, and for me, also knowing like everything happens for a reason. Yeah. I certainly know like that is such a key aspect, and sometimes when you're in the moment going through a really difficult time, it's so hard to be even told that, but just trusting the process, knowing that, you know, this is going to work you through to the greater good. If you're going through a difficult time, for both of us, we had really challenging long-term breakups at some point. Mine was just over nearly 4 years ago, coming up 4 years, which is mad. And with that, there was a lot that came with it. You know, I bought the house, got the dog, did everything that you're meant to do in little, what are those things called? Quotation marks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Parentheses? Is that
Maybe. I've never heard that in my life.
Is that one? We're also really smart and really clever.
Lauren's literally my dictionary.
I wouldn't put that far. I don't think
She is. She's so good. But yeah, both having our little challenges in life, and at points we are, I want to say we're like two single late 20s girlies. Shifts and changes happening all the time, of course.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, we are just here to navigate things and maybe to share a little bit of guidance and help, and that there is light at the end of the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel? No, there isn't light under the tunnel.
We're doing really, really well.
I'm here for it.
Here for it. I obviously agree with everything that you're saying, because this is what we're doing, this is why we're here. I think over time we'll kind of let people in a little bit as to where we've come from, chat a little bit more about your breakup experience, and talk about mine as well, which was a little bit more recent, just over a year ago.
She's flying. She's shining like a bright, shiny star. And I love to see it. Aww. It's actually mad. If you get a minute, scroll down on Lauren's Instagram, on that business one, like just over a year ago, completely different person. In a positive way, in the best way. Yeah,
and I feel that too. Sometimes it takes me back a little bit when people point it out, because I'm like, sorry. No, it's so fine.
She's grown so much, have a look.
Remind yourself of your trauma. But also it does, because it does remind you of how far you've come, and sometimes you have to look back in order to move forwards. And I'm a big believer of that. So
100%.
Yes.
This summer's actually been really good for us, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've had a great summer.
We have done so much fun stuff. Even if it's down to our little coffee dates, you might have seen, if you're on our Instagram, you would have seen that we love a little date at De Paris.
Coffee date. And actually, our first date was in Coffee with Art, wasn't it?
It really was. She slid into my DMs.
Slid into your DMs.
We scrolled all the way up the other day to see the first messages, and it was just a little cheeky little flirt now through stories. It was actually through lockdown. And then just coming out of lockdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lauren asked if I'd like to collaborate on one of her wonderful Calm Collective events that happens on the last Friday of every month. And I said, yeah.
Yeah, you did. And actually, to see how much you've grown in that, because I remember, you were a little nervous little bean, and during the first event, I was like encouraging you to, what did we do? I encouraged you to lead like a self-massage for people, didn't I?
I needed to know it down to the minute.
Yeah, you almost gave yourself a little script, but now you're just free flowing. And like, we have run a few bigger events now. We've run 2-day retreats now, and 1 evening, like half-day retreat. And we've got our next one coming up in September, which is also very exciting. There's still spaces available if anyone does want to join us on the 20th and 21st of September for an autumn equinox celebration.
It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be so wonderful. But to see how much you have grown and your confidence in your delivery of what you're so passionate about is really beautiful to see. And this is what I mean about how we do inspire one another, and how we've just really encouraged each other to grow, and I think that is a really beautiful thing in female friendships, like pure, like platonic love. It's just
and also maybe this would be a really good episode in meeting friends later on, like in your 20s, because sometimes there's so much pressure to stick with people because you've known them for such a long time. Like, but I've known them for 15 years, like, yes, we've outgrown, but she's my friend. But actually, if you've outgrown someone, make space for someone new. So there might be someone that's on your wave that you're able to vibe with so much better. That would be a really good episode. I'm going to write that down.
You forget. You write that down, honey. You take some notes.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now.
And this is just a great example of how we're literally kind of free-flowing this. We've planned some things, we've got some ideas, but a lot of it is just going to fall into place in the moment, exactly as it's meant to. And that's pretty much exactly what we are about. We're just encouraging ourselves to go with the flow, even as new adventures crop up, surprises crop up, challenges crop up. Just go with the flow.
Men crop up.
Silly little boys. boys.
Little boys grow up.
Yes, because that's another thing. Yes, we're going to be talking about healing and overcoming, troublesome breakups, but we've got some dating diaries to potentially go through.
I think that'd be quite good.
That'd be...
Do you know what I realised as well? We're actually opposites. When you're feeling pretty settled, nothing's going on my end. Opposite-wise,
I know.
when something's going on my end...
Because earlier this year, we were joking, like let's go on a speed dating thing.
And then we went together for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we did. We
spent
had
Valentine's Day
together. That was so cute. I loved that Valentine's Day.
Night. We painted boobies.
We did paint
on
boobies.
A canvas.
Yeah,
it was very, very wholesome.
Lovely. But yeah, you're so right. And then after that, you've been settled, I was unsettled, I've been settled, you've been unsettled. It's just been this continuous back and forth, but
it's kind of fun.
It's been fun. It's been fun. So yeah, lots of lovely stuff coming your way, honeys. So just be sure to like and follow the podcast. As we said, there's going to be new episodes dropping every Wellness Wednesday. All being well, as I say, we are two girlies just figuring this out as we go. We have little to no tech experience, and we have no idea what we're doing, but
we're just rolling with
it.
Lauren surprised me. She's just rocking up with her mics and her laptop. She's plugging us in. I'm like, what's this clip to me?
It's a microphone, honey.
But it's great. So we're just learning, going with the flow, and we really hope that we bring a lot of joy to your day.
Yeah.
Well, Wellness Wednesday have been such a major day for me. I have Wednesdays off, which is a gorgeous midweek for me to reset. And I bloody love a podcast. Just to tap into it whilst I'm maybe on a little doggy walk or driving. So yeah, we really hope that you enjoy. We're going to put up frequent little text boxes if anything you want us to touch upon. We've got quite a few actually. I've screenshotted them.
Yeah, suggestions for topics and questions. So yeah, do send your stories, your questions to our Instagram at butterflyeffect.pod, and also please like and follow, leave reviews, whatever you're meant to do on podcasts, because it really helps our podcast be seen by others and it helps our reach, and we'd really appreciate it.
We want it to grow, heal and transform, all the good vibes.
That's it, honey. All right, shall we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Feeling fantastic. Have a lovely rest of your day, guys.
Yes.
And we'll catch you real bloody soon.
We'll catch you next Wednesday, hopefully.
Yes.
All right, honeys. Goodbye.